How do we add new content types in Drupal? And why would we want to do that? Okay, just a quick review. What's a content type again? Okay, do you guys remember what content types are? Okay, content types, I'm in the structure menu and I just clicked on content types. Content types are just the types of data or the types of information you can add to your website. And every new Drupal installation by default gives you two content types, and that's article and basic page. And we've noticed we've used both of these already. Okay, if we go back to our content section over here, we see that we have a number of articles and basic pages here. We've got, here we go, here's an article, meet our new band members, and here's a couple basic pages that we just added. Okay, cool. That's fine, and we've seen the different circumstances in which you might want to use a basic page versus an article. What if you want to add different types of information or different types of content to your site? Because there's a lot of times where these two content types, that's not enough. You want to be able to have a more specific type of content sometimes, okay? And let me give you an example of what I mean. Okay, let's say that we're putting together this website. This is going to be our band's website. What if we wanted to have, okay, bear with me here. What if we wanted to have a catalog of songs? What if we wanted to publish every song on our website as its own piece of content? Okay, and then allow people to go in and search through the catalog of songs. Maybe they could search by tag or mood or whatever. Maybe they could kind of filter through fast songs versus slow songs. Maybe we could see songs with lyrics, songs without lyrics. Maybe we could sort the songs by song order. Essentially, what if we had a database of songs on our website and we allowed our users to interact with that database of songs? Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, kind of like a catalog of songs, and then maybe there could even be purchase now links or something like that. We can do this with Drupal. This is where Drupal starts to really shine. Okay, Drupal makes it very, very easy to create new types of content that you can then let your users interact with. And this is where it brings it, a step above a content management system like WordPress. And while WordPress is awesome, it really is an awesome content management system, it's not quite as flexible right out of the box when it comes to creating new content types. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this. I'm going to go ahead and create a new content type. And to do that, we're going to go to Structure, and again, Content Types. Again, this is where all the fun stuff is. From this point forward, man, most of the cool stuff's all going to be under Structure. Okay, and see, we've got our two basic content types that are available right here. We've managed the fields and played around with the display of these before. Let's go ahead and add a new content type. It's not nearly as hard as you think it is. We're going to start by clicking the button that says Add Content Type. And now we have some decisions that we need to make. The first thing we need to do is we need to give a name to our content type. And what name should we give it? Well, let's give it a logical name. Let's think about what we're trying to do here. We're trying to create a song catalog. So I'm going to call this, how about I call it Song? Okay, because what we're doing is we're creating the blueprint from scratch now. We're creating the blueprint for the content type song. Okay, each and every song that we're going to add to our website is going to use this blueprint. So let's just give it the name song. I'm going to type song and a description. A description. This is the text that's going to be displayed when you click on the Add New Content page. Yeah, and this is sort of, you might think if you're the only person working on this site, you might go, yeah, I know what a song is. But bear in mind, there's a very good possibility that other people will work on your site. And so this is a good idea. Add a description here that's going to make it easy for someone else to understand under what circumstances they should use this particular content type. So in this case, I'll say use the song content type to add songs to the website catalog. How's that? Okay, that's pretty straightforward. All right, cool. What else should we do here? Okay, we've got a couple things that we can change here. Right here, the title field label, every single content type by default, must have a title field label. You can't get rid of this. It's required, but you can change the name of it. And in this case, I'm going to tweak this. I could just leave it as title for now, but that's fine. Or why don't I just change this to just song title? Okay, and so this is where we're going to put the title of the song, because each song is going to have its own song title. That's evident, right? Every song has a title. So there we go. What other changes do we want to make here? Well, there's publishing options. This will publish each song to the front page. Let's not do that, okay? Let's not have every song published to the front page. Although in our case, because we've got a static front page, it's a little moot. But let's just take that out for the time being. We could leave that if we wanted to. We're not going to have every single one be sticky. That doesn't make any sense. We do want the songs to be published though, because if we don't publish them, then they won't be available on the website. And the whole point of this is to have a searchable catalog on the website of all our songs. Okay, so default options, publish looks good. Display settings. Do we want to display the author and date information? And be very clear about what this means. This doesn't mean the author of the song, okay, and the date it was written. What this means is who entered this information on your website. And in this case, it's kind of irrelevant, right? It kind of makes no difference whether it's Jane or Bob or Bill who entered the information for the song on the website. I don't think this is information we need to tell the world. The only time you really leave this on is when you're talking about like a blog post or a personal journal entry or something like that. In this case, we're just adding information to the site. We don't need to tell the world who added that information, so I'm going to uncheck that. Okay. What else do we want? Comments. Do we want people to be able to comment on our song? Sure, why not? We can allow people to comment on the song. Maybe some people can say, hey, I really love the song, or you know what, have you ever considered doing a faster version of this, or blah, blah, blah. Sure, let's allow people to comment. If you don't want to allow people to comment on the songs, that's perfectly fine. You would just basically change this to what? You would change it to closed or hidden, okay? In this case, but I will leave it at open, and I'm going to disallow the comment title, so again, we can just save ourselves the hassle of going and editing that later. We don't need comment titles for our titles. That's all I'm going to touch for now. I'm going to go ahead and click Save Content Type. Okay, I won't worry about the other thing. We're just clicking Save Content Type. And what's happening right now is Drupal is now registering a new type of content for your website. And look, if I go ahead and click on the Add Content button, look what I can do. There are now 3 different options here. I could add an article, I can add a basic page, or I can add a song. When you think about it, you're actually kind of reprogramming Drupal as you go. I think that's incredibly cool. So let's say we want to add a new song. Yeah, all right, I'm stoked about this. I want to add, I got a full catalog. I got all my CDs stacked up here. I want to add all my songs to the website. Let's do it. So let's click on this. Let's add a new song. And, oh, well, this isn't any good. I can put the song title here, body. What the hell is that? I don't know what that means. Do I just put all the song information in here? Yeah, you could, but we can be much smarter than that. Okay? So let's close that. Okay? Before we go and add new songs, we should think about the blueprint for each song. Okay? Think about all the information that needs to be recorded or that you care about capturing about every single song in your catalog. Let's think about this, okay? Because what we'd like to do is we'd like to set up different buckets to contain all of that different information. Okay? Let me give you a couple examples of what I mean. Every song in theory has a performer, right? I mean, if you're talking about recorded songs in your catalog, you're a band and you've got a bunch, you've got a performer, okay? And if, in this case, maybe they're all performed by the same band, or maybe they're old songs in your catalog when you were like in a different band or something like that. So it doesn't matter. Every song has a performer, okay? Every song has a composer, right? A composer, a songwriter. Maybe you have more than one songwriter. Okay, so there's some categories of information that would be interesting to capture. Okay, how about genres? Every song has a genre, right? Yeah, absolutely. What about things like what else? BPM? Sure. How about a song length? The duration? Minutes and seconds. Okay, so start to think about all the information you might want to capture about songs. I want you to I'm going to pause this now. I'm going to actually end the screencast and we're going to pick up in the next screencast. But in the interim, I'd like you to sit down and write a list of all the information you might want to capture about a song, about the songs that you would list on your website. And then when we come back, I'm going to show you how you can start adding all these different fields to your song content type so we can start building a really cool catalog. Okay? That's all I have for right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.